Well, good morning and welcome back to NOLA Motorsports Park. Ralph Shaheen here with you with Daniel Quimby, who just got done racing in our FR Americas event. You were running fourth and ended up 13th because you were the guy we saw go sliding off at the last corner, huh?
Yeah, it's a bit disappointing at the end of the race, but you know, we'll move on, get ready for race 2.
Yeah, well, you were running on slicks.
Yep.
Some of your competitors, including our race winner, was on wets. Track has dried quite a bit since then, so I'm guessing it's slicks from here on out.
Yeah, it looks like it's slicks. The track's pretty dry. When we went out, I think we kind of misjudged it a little bit. But yeah, track looks dry and ready for these amazing F4 cars to do some laps.
So as we get ready for F4, in fact, the young man that was up here with us for that one, Cooper Shipman, is going to be starting on the pole in this event here. Now, Cooper was paying attention to turn number 1, going down the end of that long front straightaway in this opening lap. That should be a bit of a challenge still. Yeah,
I think they're just kind of prepping their tyres. It looks like a couple of people on new tyres, so they're probably just getting them up to temp and kind of checking the track out, see where the grip is, where it's wet, where it's not. That's what you're kind of doing on that first lap. But other than that, I think get those tyres up to temp and then they'll go green.
Well, as you can attest, the grass around here, however, is very wet.
Yeah, I think you drop a wheel and you're on that grass, it's either game over or you're kind of straight to the back of the field.
Yeah, it's a gigantic slip and slide at that point.
Yeah.
All right, field forming up behind the Ginetta pace car. This will be a rolling start in this category.
Yep. I did F4 last year. I think Scott just wasn't confident with these cars just to get them off the line yet. So I think we'll do another rolling start this year, which isn't bad. Like, it's a good way to kind of start the category off, which is a safer option.
Taking a look at our starting lineup, Cooper Shipman on the pole, Alex Popoff will start alongside on the 55. Two guys that should be contesting for the championship. Yeah,
I raced Alex in the last round at Coda last year. He's a really good driver, so excited to see how he does this race. And even Kekai, he's a fast driver as well, so
yeah, Keiki down there in the 29 starting 6th today.
Yep.
Certainly has the pace. A little surprised he's starting that far down.
Yeah, I think I don't know if he got a penalty or something, but yeah, he's definitely...
Yeah, I believe that was the case.
Yeah, so he'll charge through the field, no doubt.
Not a huge field of cars, about 8 or 10. This is the Ligier JFC 422 chassis, which debuted last year, second season with this one. Runs the Ligier Storm, which is a V4 engine producing 180 horsepower. Without the driver, the car only weighs 1,195 pounds, so it'll scream.
Yeah, they sound awesome, these cars. I kind of missed the sound from last year, but
here we go, the rolling start. Cooper Shipman in the 14. Alex Popoff in the 55 on the outside. They're going to lead us to the green. You see the 68 machine. Caleb Campbell from Ontario, Canada, sitting over in 4th. Waiting for the green. Revs coming up. There we go. We're racing here at NOLA Motorsports Park. Ralph Shaheen, Daniel Quimby, and Ben Sissel with you as we make our way to turn number 1. Everybody fanning out, looking at the 14 of Shipman up the inside, trying to make something happen on the outside, then cutting back in is Alex Popoff in the 55. They'll hold positions as they start working their way through the corners here. Any particular turn that you think is the best for passing here?
I think this is turn 4. This is a pretty good passing opportunity, as you can see. The driver's looking up the inside.
Whoa! Contact and one around. That's the 68 spinning Caleb Campbell. Looks like he and Keiki got together. Avanio. Yeah, he stayed off that grass, which is key. This is leading out of 7. Now you get into those S's back here. You get 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 all through here. Fast section, rhythm section.
Yeah, it's a really good. Oh, there's another one.
Another one spinning. Looks like they might have dipped a wheel over there.
He's kept it going. It's a pretty good effort.
It's over. That's the 54 that went around. Connor Grant, out of Ireland, Fillmore, Wexford, Ireland. He should be great racing in the rain in the wet. Still some spray kicking up there. Still some puddles out there.
I don't think it's enough to make the track slippery enough because those tyres will be up to 10 by now with the track being dry. But yeah, definitely still a couple of little puddles sitting around the track.
Bit of a pretty good sized bump right there as you turn into turn number 1.
Yeah, this track's pretty bumpy around turn 1. Through the S's, there's a couple big bumps, and down into turn 13, the bumps are getting big. But I think we're sitting on a water plane here, so the track moves a lot. But the track's definitely, it's an awesome track. I love coming here every year. It's been really good.
You got to look at Dimitri Nolan in that orange number 5, who is running in 5th. This is the turn 5, 6 area through here. 6 and 7 now coming up. Nothing going to abstract your view around this racetrack.
No, yeah, it's pretty flat, but it's compared to other tracks, it's flat, but it's fast, and I think that's what's different about it. It's quite fast. The rhythm in the tracks, like I really like this track through the S's. It just flows into each other, down into a big braking zone. So it's definitely a driver's track.
That's where we are now, through those S's, trying to find the rhythm. And not all these corners are the same, too. They're all different through that. Oh, a little bit of a lock up there from Shipman. Different radiuses in all those corners.
Yeah.
The last 2 corners here lead you up out onto that front straightaway. You saw a little bit of a puddle splash. Maybe a challenge for 3rd here. Looks like Keiki trying to make a move. See how that works out by the time we get to 1. He's on the outside in the orange car. Huerta inside. They cross over. Awenio trying to make something happen here.
Yeah,
good run on the outside. Looks like he's going to get it done.
That's a good move.
Bold move.
Yeah.
So you've actually competed in this series. What do you like about these cars?
So I debuted the car last year. Was fortunate to win the championship. These cars, obviously, the sound's number 1. They sound awesome. They look good. I think everything about this car is pretty good, but they're just a little bit more of a step up from the older F4, which I think that's what Ligier we're trying to do. But yeah, the car's awesome. Sounds good. A bit faster. They look awesome, and they look awesome on track.
In this category this year, you get a opportunity with the FR America's Scholarship.
Yep.
Something you've put to good use as well, I assume.
Yeah. For winning the championship in F4, you get a scholarship into FR, which is a really good helping hand up into that next step of FR, which definitely helps you, I guess, paying for the full season.
Yeah. Bit of a gap between 2nd and 3rd. But boy, the battle for the lead is still a hot one. As Shipman moving around a little. Popov in the lead here. Shipman back to 2nd. Alex getting challenged now. Shipman looking for a way on the inside. Right alongside. And Shipman going to pull this off.
Oh.
Well, that's tight. He got him.
Yeah, it's brave.
Yeah, that took a couple of corners to complete, but he got it done. Committed fully.
Yeah. Wouldn't be surprised if Kekai kind of pulls into this battle pretty soon.
Sounded like Alex Popov had a little bit of food poisoning this week, too.
Yeah, I heard that. I haven't spoken to him. I spoke to him on Wednesday, but I haven't spoken to him since. Yeah, if he's gone alright, but that definitely affects your driving when you're not feeling 100%.
Oh yeah, it'll sap your energy for sure.
Yeah, 100%. You want to get in that car full and ready to go, 100% strong. But yeah, you know when you're sick, you're not yourself. So he'd definitely be struggling with that.
Oh, Shipman getting up on the curbing. You got to be very careful of that curbing around here.
Yeah, I think
on a day like today.
Yeah, with the rain, the curbs would be slippery. But I don't know. If the curbs are dry, he'll be fine. But yeah, on the wet, you kind of want to stay off curbs.
Howard Neo now starting to close up in the fight for second. Now onto the front straightaway we come once again. Puerta back there in fourth. And then it's Nolan in fifth. Grant, Arbogast, and Campbell. That's your top 8. See the gap from first to second now. 1.5 seconds. Shipman back out front and pretty comfortable at this point. Do you see any spots on the course right now that concern you?
No, I think the track's definitely a lot drier to that FR race. Yeah, you can see down the straight, the dry patches are really starting to dry out. But it looks like some rain might come back for another downpour. So
yeah, maybe later this afternoon and maybe possibly again tomorrow.
Yeah, so it looks like kind of all this track drying is just going to go to waste.
Well, as they say, if you don't like the weather, just stick around. It's about to change again, right?
Yeah. So definitely, the wet definitely mixes it up with all kind of drivers and stuff. Driver school, everything in the rain.
Is there anybody in this category you feel like is a bit of a rainmeister?
I know, like this being that was my first race in FR, so I'm kind of new to the field and working out the drivers, who's who, like who's good in the rain, who's not as good. So I think we'll definitely see if it rains in race 2. We'll definitely see who kind of excels in the rain and who doesn't.
Shipman with a 146 has extended the lead to 2.3, and there goes Hawaneo up into second, and Alex slips back to third, but comes back to the inside. Popoff taking a look. Not going to work. But he had seen Shipman do that to him there, and so he thought maybe I could pull it off too.
Yeah, it looked like Kekai gave him a bit of a hand signal to kind of push to see if they can catch Shipman up front. So we'll see if that works out, but it definitely looks like, Kekai is very fast, so wouldn't be surprised if he catches Shipman out front.
146.9 for Shipman, 148 for Popoff. This is the opening round of the F4 U.S. Championship for 2025. First of a total of 3 races here this weekend on the schedule for this category, for all 3 categories actually. This is still the best battle on the racetrack here for second, and it's dissipating a little bit. Let's see where they're at. Shipman across the line again. Gap is now to 3 seconds, so Shipman continuing to stretch it out. Making a big statement early on that he not only wants to win today and this weekend, but he wants that scholarship.
Yeah, the scholarship's definitely a good prize at the end to kind of make everyone push as hard as they can to get that reward.
Behind Popoff, it's Huerta, Nolan, Grant, Arbogast, and Campbell. The Shipman just putting in good laps here. He's gotten better at staying off those curbs. A little bit there, but hitting it at the right angle, I guess.
His car looked good. He's flowing around the corners. We get to see what the gap is after this lap.
Nino 3.1 seconds back after the last lap. Here they come back out on the front straightaway. See if he's gaining or losing. Well, he lost, what, 100th?
Yeah, about a tenth, so.
Not too bad. That bump going into one, it seems to be right at turn-in. How do you deal with that?
With these cars, I reckon it looks worse because these cars are quite stiff, but the FR car kind of absorbs it a little bit. But it's definitely, the bump's pretty big. It kind of unsettles you. But if you get it right, it doesn't feel too bad. But yeah, the bumps on these tracks they're pretty big.
Are you still under the brake at that point, or have you released off the brake and on your turn and starting to let it roll?
Yeah, that's kind of like the phase of getting off the brake to kind of rolling to back on throttle. So it's kind of just right where you don't want it.
Well, it's never where you want it, right?
Yeah, you don't really want to bump. But if you could choose, you'd probably rather it out of a corner than right on the apex.
Yeah. How big is the transition from this car to the next step up?
I think it's good. From the old F4, it would have been a lot bigger. But I think this car being a bit quicker than the old F4 definitely makes the transition a lot better. So it's not as fast. It's definitely, you can feel the power and the aero is definitely a bit more, but the transition's not huge. So I think, like, I haven't done that much testing. I think I did a day at MSI Houston, did a day in the car, and then headed down here for the first round. So I don't think it takes a lot of testing to kind of get to grips with the car, which is, Ligier's done a good job kind of making that transition not as big.
Well, Shipman is really hustling that car around. You can see him working through the S's. And it looked like he might have gained a little bit more time. Let's see. Yeah, he did. Picked up 3/10. And this race should be winding down now too, right, Daniel?
Yeah, I think we got 10 minutes. 10 minutes left.
Yeah. Good for a handful of laps. There's a look at Campbell back in 8th. Popoff hasn't lost touch too badly with Neo, but not close enough to mount an attack back for second. Still in the podium position, though.
Yeah, it's good points. I mean, started from 6. It's definitely difficult. But second's always good points for a championship.
Watching Arbogast fight the wheel a bit there. These cars as well, all running the Hankook tires, and in this event, everybody on the slicks.
Yep.
Oh, one off. It's Campbell who is back in 8th.
Stop.
He's not having as much luck as you did.
I got lucky.
And so when you went off, you were able to keep it moving, and that's the key to the deal.
Yeah, you just got to kind of just get off the throttle, off the brake, and kind of just roll through the grass. It's definitely hard. Like, I had a lot of tank slappers through the grass, but just get off everything, roll through it, and then join back onto the track.
Yeah.
So it's like ice when you hit the grass. Once you're on that, it's hard to kind of recover.
Caution is out with 9 minutes remaining. Well, this is going to give Neo a shot at Shipman here, if they get a chance to get back to green.
Whereabouts in the track is this guy over there? Yeah, just off that first, yeah, turn 9. And, oh no, is that? It's on the exit of 2. Or the exit of 1, it looks like.
Yeah. Exit of 1 is.
Yeah. Yeah, the rain definitely.
Face card?
Yeah, the rain definitely brings out the safety car and the recovery vehicle a lot.
A lot of spots here where the track is actually lower than the grass is, which made it difficult drying the track earlier this morning when they had the sweepers out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I had one bit of I lost the car a little bit, just dropping the wheel on the grass. You just, because it's so high up, you hit that and kind of bounce off it a bit, which is difficult.
Kind of like a berm.
Yeah, yeah. It definitely upsets the car.
So what is your plan for the rest of the season?
So I'm obviously doing the FR season, and then I'm doing Porsche Sprint Challenge back at home in Australia. So I'm competing in that, and then also flying over for FR, which is a bit of a busy schedule, but the sacrifices you make for racing.
Yeah, I've made that trip down under a couple of times. That's a brutal one.
Yeah, it's 14, 15 hours on a plane.
Yeah.
It's definitely tough. And also, yeah, doing it for each round, which is going to be tough. But I did it last year, so I'm kind of used to it now.
So how many rounds do you have over here?
I think we have seven rounds, and then
7 events, and then 3 races.
Yeah, 3 races for all. Yeah, every event. Yeah.
So you should be racing the Porsche Cup stuff down there now, then.
Yeah, so that...
Because you're in summer down there.
Yeah, so that
fall.
lines up perfectly throughout the year with the FR races, so it kind of lines up. I do the FR and then fly back home and straight to a round of Porsche.
Okay, so you don't have to miss any of the FRs.
Nah,
that works out great.
Yeah, it all lined up perfectly, which was awesome.
And Sydney is home for you.
Yep, Sydney's home.
So you do a lot of Sydney to LAX?
Yeah.
Non-stop?
Yeah.
That helps. Well, they got Campbell out of the grass, and he's rolling. When's the next Porsche round?
That's next weekend in Phillip Island down in Melbourne.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm flying, straight from here back to Sydney. I stay one night at home, and then I'm flying straight down to Melbourne for the opening round of that.
Been to Melbourne, but I haven't been to Phillip Island.
Yeah, Phillip Island. Yeah, it's beautiful down there. It's a little island. Yeah, it's awesome. Track's awesome.
All right, the Jeanetta pace car is off. Here we go. Shipman and Hawaneo down to the wire here. Last few laps. Shipman started on the pole. Cooper Shipman leading the majority of this one. Green flag is out. Here we go again. Hawaneo taking a peek in the orange car. Coming up right alongside. Shipman with the advantage on the line. Headed down towards turn number 1, the right-hander. Oh, and right on the brake is Popoff right behind him. Shipman is going to lead him into the corner. Hawaneo is going to have the advantage at the next set. Shipman crosses in front of Popoff. Hawaneo has it by a nose right now. Shipman working that inside line. This is how he got around Popoff before, and Popoff tried to 3 wide through this section. Holy cow, that's tight through there, fellas. Great racing action here with our F4 U.S. Championship season opener. Shipman looking again, trying to find a way around Howineo. Boy, that's awful tight in there. You go 3 wide.
Yeah, 3 wide's, yeah, that's going to be tight.
Gutsy moment by all 3. They gave each other a lot of respect, though, didn't they?
Yeah, it was good. Racing room was given there, which is always a bonus. You're not coming together with each other.
Here's a look at this. Look at this. 3 wide coming through. And Shipman just not able to make anything happen from the middle there. Now Howineo trying to break away. Oh, another one off here. Let's see how. Keiki Howineo. White flag is out. He's only going to hold on for one more lap. That was Campbell coming back out onto the track. 1 to go. Howineo out front. Shipman giving chase and Popoff right behind him. Where do you think Shipman might have a shot here at Howineo?
Yeah, it looks like he's too far back for turn 4. I think he's probably his best chance is maybe running him down into turn 13. So
well, Shipman's very good through those S's, so if he can get a good run through the S's, you're right, 13 might be the spot.
It's definitely a spot. The only thing is he's got to watch out for those big bumps.
And he's got to be careful for Popoff, who is suddenly re-energized here. Might make a move. Top 3 all right here. All with a spot on the podium, but who's going to be where? Into those S's we come. Still wet there. Now just entering into those big S's. This is where Shipman's been very good. The car in second place. Black with the yellow. Howineo kicking up a little bit of spray. That might have been a good defensive move.
Yeah. They're trying to get some water on his tires.
Shipman is closed up. He gets up on the curbing there. Closes up some more. Oh, a little bit of a slippage there. Final 2 corners.
Oh.
Shipman looking inside. Howineo with the drive, though. That's going to be the difference maker as they come back onto the front straightaway. Howineo trying to break the draft. And Keiki Howineo is going to take the win. Cooper Shipman, who started on pole, is going to end up finishing second. And Alex Popoff will come home in third as we close out the opening round of the F4 U.S. Championship here at NOLA. Well, that was a thrilling finish, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was tight. Pushed hard at the end, but just wasn't enough.
Well, as these guys are on their cool-off lap, Huerta ends up fourth, then Grant, Arbogast, Nolan, and Campbell. It's not very usual to see 3-wide racing like that with open-wheel cars.
No, yeah, that safety car definitely brought them all together. And you know, racing drivers, they don't like to sit behind each other for too long.
So we have the Junior Formula Championship coming up after this. What can we expect out of that fight today?
There's a lot of new names in that Junior Formula class. I'm not sure, but yeah, I guess we'll see race 1 and see who comes out on top.
Well, the track for them should be as good as it's been all day, I would think.
Yeah, it's looking quite dark out there, but I think the rain should hold off for their race.
Yeah, sky is darkening up for sure.
Yeah.
The weather is coming from the west. Coming from Texas over the Gulf and then here. Cars all making their way off the track. Ed and Sissel will have an opportunity to talk to our winner here in a minute. Well, Daniel, as you get ready for the next race of the day, what kind of changes are you going to make to your car?
Obviously, yeah, if it's wet, we'll chuck some wet tyres on this time.
Yeah.
But I think it's looking like it's going to be another 50-50. Either could be wets, could be slicks. So I think we'll probably have to make that.
Well, that's not a good sign. That breeze starting to pick up.
Yeah.
Might want to see if you got those Hankook wets mounted up.
Yeah. Get them on standby.
Come the drivers out of the car. It's Ben down there. All right, let's go down to Parc Fermé area where Ben Sissel is standing by.
Well, yeah, thank you very much. You can see Mo here from Ligier giving a huge congratulations. Kekai Hawanio from 6th place all the way up to the lead. Take your helmet off, Kekai, because I definitely want to talk to you. But unbelievable. We saw there, Ralph, we saw them go 3 wide around 3. We haven't seen that before in the Formula 4 United States Championship. That was unbelievable. But basically, right now we have a win in Formula Regional Americas for Crosslink. Now a win in the Formula 4 division for Crosslink. But Kekai, I was talking to you before the race. You said this is going to be a points race. I think that all went out the window when the green flag dropped. How was your race?
No, definitely was just going to try and sit there in second and take the points. But obviously the caution came out. I saw the opportunity to go for the lead and took it.
Now, speaking of the lead, you guys go 3 wide in there with Shipman, with Popoff, and you had it. But were you watching the mirrors? Were you scared that you might get hit and knocked out there?
No, I was watching the mirrors, make sure we stay clean. But, you know, it was full send from there.
Nice. Full send from there. Well, I'm going to send it back to you in the booth, Ralph. Thank you.
They got the elbows up in that one, didn't they? Going nice 3 job. Wide. So Crosslink on a bit of a roll here today.
Yeah. Yeah, Titus taking out the F5 and now Kekai taking out F4.
Well, it looks like the majority of the racing portion of the track for today is dry for now. Take a look around. That's where we are in the tower.
It's definitely looking dry out there.
Drivers up on the podium. Hawanio with the win, 2nd place going to Cooper Shipman, and 3rd going to Alex Popoff out of Weston, Florida. All right, well, Daniel, thank you very much for coming by.
Yeah.
Congratulations on a good run earlier today, and we'll see you back here out on the track, hopefully in dry conditions later.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Okay. We'll be back for more from NOLA in a little bit.
Rev up and get ready for race day with Mission Foods. The world's best racers and tastiest products come together to make every race delicious. Fully loaded tacos, fast wraps, piled high nachos. Whatever you crave, Mission will help you be race ready with easy-to-make recipes that will take your race day to the finish line. Keep your racing delicious and enjoy all the mouth-watering action. Brought to you by Mission Foods. Too fast, too tasty.
Architecture is about everything. We change the environment. We are changing how people live in the environment today. So we basically put our fingerprint on the future of what the United States looks like. My overall business philosophy is that I'm engaged with my company from top to bottom. And I think the racing world and helping out the next generation and younger drivers is a passion of mine, and it's getting stronger and stronger every year. With that, that's why I want to be involved.